Hello, podlings, and welcome to this episode of JuPodRe. This episode is a perfect example of something just kind of flowing. The start of a conversation leading to another to the subject that we talk about today. So, follow along with us as we talk about some good events and then reminisce on the past. This week on JuPodRe. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of JuPodRe, the conversational podcast with absolutely no roadmap. I am Juhadre.
I'm Alvatross 17.
And I'm Bleen.
In the corner.
I'm not gonna lie. I still love hearing Bleen's voice in the background.
Well, I do too. I think having the background helps with the ambiance.
I think so too. And I've discussed with you a few times how I listen to a couple of podcasts. And some of my favorites are dual host.
Yeah.
But I think the additions that Bleen brings.
I agree.
adds. So we love you, Bleen.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how was your guys' weeks? It was Memorial Day weekend.
Oh,
It's meh. I worked on Memorial Day.
Yeah, we had a good Memorial Day. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I know that you guys did. What did you do?
Okay, so we went up the canyon because my family doesn't do crap for any holiday rather than Thanksgiving and Christmas. And don't get me started on those.
We've already heard it.
I don't know why we do sandwiches for gluten-free people. Moving on. So Bleen was like, hey, you got any plans? No, it's the first day I'm off work. I'm off on call for 3 weeks. Because I was taking care of my good friend Juhadre here.
Yes, and thank you, by the way.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. But that was free money because I did not get called. So that felt great. Anyway, so we went up the canyon. I checked the night before, though. You know what? I'm going to back up. That's my what the F. Moving on.
Oh.
So I'll skip a part. It was great, though. So I brought a crepe pan, cast iron crepe pan, because that can really cook a steak really good. I like my steak medium rare, a little bit closer to rarer than medium. But I like the outside seared. You like yours more medium.
more medium rare.
But we made the damn good steaks. Those were melt in your mouth so good. And we made one for our friend.
Stampeding Kitten.
Stampeding Kitten. She has like 2 different names.
Soaring Crane.
Soaring Crane was one I was looking for. Made one for her, and she likes hers a little bit more medium. And she was like, oh, this is so good. It was melting in her mouth. This evenings we tried. It was so good. It was a good Labor Day.
Yeah. I would say I'm sad I missed it, but I'm not actually sad. You know that feeling?
No, I know. You're like, I wanted to be there, but I had stuff to do.
Well,
or you had an agenda.
I did things, but none of it was actually planned. It's actually, what's funny is it was a lack of information that I got that kept me from the canyon. I didn't know what time, what canyon, what to bring, or anything about it other than there was going to be something somewhere.
I sent you a thing over Facebook.
You know I don't check that.
I also told you I sent you a thing over Facebook.
I thought that was the wing night.
I sent you both.
You didn't tell me about the other one. You only told me about the wing night.
I told you about both.
Well, either
way, no big deal. We had a good time.
Yeah, and so my wife and I stayed home.
Mm-hmm.
We did some dishes, and we watched a movie.
Sometimes that's all you need, though.
Yeah, it was quite nice because we had just finished a week-long family vacation.
Which sometimes you need a vacation from vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We enjoyed the heck out of that vacation with our family.
Your brother looked so happy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. You saw the pictures.
I did.
Yeah.
Your brother looked so happy on that what
The paddleboard.
Paddleboard. I was like, longboard? No, that's what that thing is.
Yeah. So you're talking about my autistic brother.
Yes.
And it was a chance to be out of his group home.
Yeah, I mean, he was out there in nature. He was just on that paddleboard. He just looked so happy. Just that smile on his face. I was like, good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good
I'm
time.
very happy.
We had a good time. And so then my wife and I on Labor Day just stayed home. We were thinking about trying to find out which canyon and everything, but she had a bit of a stomach ache, and we were like, no, let's not.
No, you're fine. We missed you, though.
And I missed you.
But it was a good time. It was a good time. Admin Anonymous couldn't make it either, though.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
So,
oh well.
what What other memories do we have of things like that? Some canyon trip or some
I don't know. Did we talk
camping?
about that kind of memory? I thought we were gonna say as friends.
Well, we can do that too.
Because I was gonna say, why don't we talk about the memory where this guy over here says, "I approve."
Have we told that story already?
I don't know. Have we told that story on this podcast?
I think so.
Would it be wrong to reiterate the story?
Quickly.
Yeah, quickly. I think that's okay.
Just the time. One of my greatest favorite stories is kind of how I got sucked into the friend group. Just because there are so many people out there that are trying. So, yeah, that are trying to get into our friend group. Like, we should hang out. We're like,
It makes us sound like a mob.
We're
or something.
already a group, and I got sucked into this group. But to reiterate a short story for anybody that hasn't heard it, this guy, we were on a double date. Look, I come back from the bathroom. He tells me, "Oh, I approve." And I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" Like, I had my friend group still. I had my friend group, so I'm like, "I don't need your approval. Who do I care?" That's the short version. But anyway, I got sucked into this friend group, and it's been great ever since.
Mhm.
We got some really good memories.
I agree. I think one of my favorites was the first time we did a big New Year's party.
Big New Year's party.
Yeah, big one. I think you missed this one. It was the first one in our house in Taylorsville, because we invited people over when we lived in the apartments in Pleasant Grove.
I did miss that one. Oh, that was the first one in Taylorsville, and I think that's because I was out with Liquid.
That's probably true.
We were out with Liquid.
So let's set the stage here. You remember the layout of that house, and I know Bleen remembers.
Yeah.
So to picture here for everyone listening, when you walked in, instead of a split entry, it's what's called a California split. So it has the same idea where there are 4 stairs going down and 4 stairs going up, but it's 10 feet inside the main entrance. And there's a sitting room immediately to your left.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the stairs, you can go up to the 3 bedrooms and bathroom, or you can go down the stairs into a living room. To the left has laundry hookups and another bedroom.
You had like a little pantry.
Yeah, it was actually designed to be another bathroom. Going to be a 3/4 bath or a half.
Oh, okay. I could see that. I could see that, but you just use it as storage.
Well, right, because we didn't.
That's all you had.
Yeah, and we didn't have the time before we had to move to actually do anything with it. But the plan was to make that a half bath.
Yeah.
And when you get to those stairs, it also extends into a dining room and kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a wonderful layout, very easy to host parties there, because you can have, what we decided for this New Year's party is, instead of trying to keep everyone contained into one activity, because like you said, we have so many people coming around.
Yeah,
we had
and all of us like so many different things. It's so funny because as small groups, like there's a very particular group of us that get together.
Yeah.
When we do activities, like, we can invite these people.
So what we decided was we were going to do a multi-tiered party.
You did that for your Patty's Day too.
Kind of, but I'll get to that. This New Year's party, we had that front sitting room was designated for what we call party games. Stuff like Do You Love Your Neighbor, or the newspaper game, or signs. What's another example?
Uno, Phase 10.
No, because card games were in the kitchen next to all the food. And the food was even themed. It was mostly cheese. So get this.
Was this party cheesy?
A little bit. I had a nacho cheese Dorito with easy cheese, a cheese puff, Cheez-Its on either side, a Cheeto, and a nacho cheese bugle.
That sounds deliciously
horrible.
horrible.
It was incredible.
That sounds like one of those meals that you're going to have to go eat a salad after just to like regroup your internal organs.
So I had like 6 of those.
Six of those?
Yeah, I just kind of compiled them and pounded
You
them.
met this guy?
Yes, I have. I've seen the way he eats.
Yeah,
Hey,
was a
JuPodRe,
blast.
go clean up the kitchen. That's what they say to us at work. We just go pound it all. Yeah.
So we had the card games in the kitchen. We had the party games in the front. But then when you got downstairs, we actually invited people to bring their Xboxes and extra TVs. And we had a literal LAN party of Xboxes and 8-player Smash, because the Wii U had just come out.
Yes, I wasn't there for that one. I remember hearing about that. Oh, you know what? I was not with Liquid. I remember that exact night. I was doing what is called a respite for the group home, and I couldn't bring kids overnight. That's what it was.
Okay.
And I was in Springville.
Ooh.
I remember that. No, that house was really nice.
I believe that, but it's so far away. When you said, "Oh, I was in Springville," it's not like.
Oh yeah,
hop
because
in
you're in
the car and
Taylorsville.
go.
That's like an hour.
It's an hour at
a
least.
minimum drive. But
Mhm.
no, I remember that night because I remember you saying we're gonna do this, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, and we did it. We did
Yeah.
it, man. And that all happened at midnight. We did a big countdown. We did a toast with some Martinelli sparkling cider. I gave a big speech because this was the transition between 2013 and 2014. So it was a really big slate cleaning. No. This was 14 going into 15 is what it was. And
I was
it had
married.
worked. Yeah,
right?
It was December 31st, 2014.
Yeah, then I was married. Yeah. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, and the end of 2013, the whole second half of 2013 and the first half of 2014 is the worst 12 months of my life.
Worse than 2020?
By far. By so far.
We know why.
You two
We
know
know
why.
why.
And
Please don't ask questions. We don't want questions about this.
But the next year, 2014 leading to 2015, was actually quite incredible. A lot of good things happened for my wife and me. And so I had this wonderful speech. We converted everything into the actual LAN party where we pulled out tables, a big old Switch, and we played computer games until people passed out. I think the latest someone was up was like 9:30 a.m. Someone had partied the entire night till 9:30 a.m. when I woke up to start cleaning things. And I watched them fall over as it happened. It was an amazing party.
Yeah, but your New Year's parties are always just a blast.
I like to think so as well.
I would put it as a blast.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
So the St. Patrick's Day actually, it's an evolution of a different party.
See, the reason why I really liked that one is because you had it bar themed.
Yes, we did.
And I'm a very big, I don't drink alcohol, but I love the bar scene.
Yeah.
The atmosphere that is, because a lot of people think that people that drink are going to force you to drink. No, that's an alcoholic. Okay, not everybody that drinks alcohol is an alcoholic, but you get a lot of people that just go to bars because they just like the atmosphere.
Mhm.
They like the fact that, fuck you, teenagers, you can't go. If I could go back, I'd punch myself in the face. What'd you do that for? Because you're a damn teenager.
Yeah.
But I like it. It's calm. It's fun. They've always got some kind of theme or some kind of like activity direction going. My favorite bar is Gracie's Bar up north.
I've heard a lot about that one.
Yeah, it's good because they got karaoke. They've got they got a stage where they do a bunch of different stuff. They do open mic type style stuff. It's a blast. But so you had it separated to where you had your kitchen area was the bar.
Yes.
And you had drinks, and I remember you had a what was it, a bacon root beer?
It was chocolate covered bacon soda.
Yeah.
We had Love Potion 69. We had ginger beer, root beer, anything with beer in the name. We basically had.
Yeah, but no alcohol.
Because
again,
we
were trying to have
cream and all sorts of stuff like that. And that again, that's an evolution of a different party. But I also had on my white button-up shirt with a red bow tie, and a sweater vest, and I had the towel over my arm, and I was like talking.
What can I get for you?
Yeah.
The only thing that I would say you missed on that, which is funny, is actually not something that goes on in a bar. It's just in TV. Is when when they give you your drink, they go, "So tell me your problems, old chap."
Yeah,
like that does not happen at a bar.
I wouldn't think it would.
No, because the ladies go like this. They give you your drink. They go, "Here's your drink," and then they move on. Because the more drinks they serve, the more drunk you're gonna get, the more you're gonna tip.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, moving on from that, you had downstairs in the living area, your living room. You had the club scene, which is where you had the music going, the lights going. But then you had in your sitting room area where you come into your door and you turn left. That was like the chill lounge.
It was the VIP lounge.
Normally, something like that is somewhere where you go. They've got the table in the middle. Everybody's just sitting there chilling, and you've got just people smoking or drinking. Nobody is smoking in your house. No. But like that's what it is. It's the chill VIP lounge. That's where I hung out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say his name because I don't know his other name.
Protoss Slayer.
Protoss Slayer. That is his name.
That's him.
That's
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
We had the greatest conversation. I've had some of the greatest conversations with people at bars that are still somewhat sober.
And that was the case there.
Because you get somebody drunk and oh my gosh, they either go real deep or they get like. Some people can stay pretty chill, others don't. So once you get too drunk, I usually kind of just step back a bit because I'm like, look, I'm not here to drink. I'm here to enjoy myself, and I like it. But
yeah.
That was one of my favorite parties because that is my scene. I'm a very chill person. I like socializing. I don't like playing board games. Mm-hmm. So I'm not pressured in. I can just sit here in the VIP lounge and just chat.
And I really enjoyed that one. We haven't done it since because the layout of my house now isn't really conducive for it.
No.
It really isn't.
No.
And like we could simulate something in the basement, but
we should really buy a party house.
Just have a house on the side specifically
Hey,
designed.
who lives there? It's a party house. What do you mean a party house? Watch.
And so it was so perfect before because
you could isolate the upstairs so nobody was going up there.
Well, it was that is correct because no one had a reason to go there except to use the bathroom. And then we had signs, and I actually I printed them specifically with someone putting their hands over their crotch and their knees close together, and then another one of him running like this, holding the same spot. It was I thought it was super clever because we had the signs up there. We replaced the light bulbs in our lamps with green because it was St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. We had a disco ball downstairs for the.
You had a black light. You had a couple black lights too.
There were a couple black lights, and
it was such a good. But that's the thing. That's the thing. Anytime that our friend group is together, and one of the other coolest parts about this is, even though you're the one that we've always done it at your house because you have always had the room to do it.
Yeah.
None of our friends have ever had a problem pitching in.
Exactly.
And I think that makes a big difference too. It's not just you supplying it. And you've also got the group of friends like myself and Bleen. They're like, bro, now that all the others are gone, we're going to help you clean.
Yes.
Bros help.
Yeah.
But I loved that. But one of the funniest stories, okay, this is going to be an embarrassing one.
Okay.
Not for me, like embarrassing, like, oh no, because I don't really.
I understand.
We were doing that Halloween party once at that same house. Zangatsu was there.
Uh-oh.
And my wife went upstairs to go to the bathroom, and she was supposed to be dressed as a dead bride, not as the chick from Corpse Bride.
Yeah.
But that's what it came out as. And I caught him. Now, I knew that there were going to be other guys there, so I was like, please wear board shorts, boy shorts.
Boy shorts.
Boy shorts, like the ones that go like down, so like if you bend over, you're not going to see crap. I caught him and made eye contact with him after I saw him go like this when she went upstairs to go back. He went like this. I did. I looked at him. I looked straight at him and I was like this. And he face went blood red. And he just like,
I missed that.
He was so embarrassed. We've never spoke about it until now. I'm not mad at him. My wife is very attractive. But it was funny. He tried to get a peek. I'm not stupid. Yeah.
So that was another really interesting party because it wasn't just a Halloween party.
And that was a last minute one too. Like
yes.
we did that when you were still at work. Because I remember you weren't there when we were helping clean.
We were coming back from Belgium.
You were coming from Belgium. That's what it is. And so you'd give us. Yeah. Do you remember helping us put that together?
Yeah.
That was a blast.
It was a good time.
We got there and your wife Randell was just like. Because she had no idea what it was going to look like. She was so excited to see what somebody else was going to do. I remember that. She was like, because our wives are best friends.
Yeah.
You need to get a good girl.
I'm hoping
It feels...
If they don't approve, it's going to be like, no!
A quick side note. I am so glad we can laugh out loud again because I listened back on last week's episode today and
it was so annoying.
So good to just laugh with no reservation.
But I also like that we can talk about that. Like we can make fun of him. Hey.
Yeah. And that party was one of the biggest productions ever because it was more than just a Halloween party. My wife and I flew to Belgium to watch the 2015 semifinals at the World League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible.
And you ruined me with chocolate. Because now I can't have crappy American chocolate and enjoy myself.
You cannot blame me for that.
Stupid America.
because I didn't bring it. I am fine with whatever chocolate. It's not my favorite thing. I will.
Well,
pass on
okay,
it
let's
most
back
of the time.
up. Your wife said, Albatross, try this. And I was
Yes.
like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
That was like liquid brown gold and not poop.
So, not my fault. But because we were coming back, we got back the evening, the 30th of October.
Uh-huh.
And the next day, at like 3 in the morning, because it was happening in Europe, was the finals.
Yeah.
So what we did was we made sure that everyone had a key, or that at least you, I can't remember who we gave the key to. I believe it was to you.
I had a key.
Okay, so we gave you a key, and we said, you know what's up. Make sure that this and this and this happens because we have these plans, but other than that, decorate.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember. I don't remember it in like vivid detail what you said, but I remember going, yeah, we can do this. And I remember it was a great turnout.
Yeah.
It was a good turnout.
So in addition to the Halloween party, people could come in their costumes. They could come throughout the day where I was grilling bratwursts, and we had 3 different TVs re-streaming the World Finals.
Was Jonah there that time?
Jonah was there.
Was that that was one of those days that he was making he brought his smoker, right?
Not that time.
Was that not that
It's
time?
around the same era.
No, I remember that day because that was the day you told me I wasn't allowed to talk because a certain somebody was coming over to the house and you were like, Albatross, I know you got a mouth. She's coming over and no,
yeah.
I remember you said it and Cobalt, you both of you looked at me at 2 different times and said, no.
I remember that now.
You both, and I was like, no.
Yes.
Because our other friend who is we're on better terms now with.
Yeah, let's drop.
We're gonna drop that, but I remember he was at that party.
Yeah,
I just remember that you were.
I remember.
No.
Oh my gosh, I had forgotten about that.
That was fun. But this thing, we can talk to each other like that. Like, no.
The chaos that is remembered amongst the good times is actually quite impressive.
Well, yeah, because even though the chaos that goes on within our friend group, we're still friends because we know our friendship's better than that.
Yeah.
But I liked that party too. I liked so many of the parties because we were just we did jam out, and then everybody came over, and we were just still. Everybody's like, oh, they're in the garage. We just stayed in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool because I remember you afterwards, you're like, I kind of like that we were in the garage.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, so on that occasion, I believe it was a women's conference for our church, and that's why everyone was coming
steak
over.
conference?
No, it's like general conference, but like the priesthood session without...
Oh, yeah, Relief Society session.
Essentially.
Yeah, women's conference.
Yeah, that's what I think
Young
that's what it
women's
was.
session or something like that. It was something.
Yeah, it was something. We got to stay in the garage. It didn't bother them because they had the speaker up really, really loud.
Yeah, and then they
we had
came
the door
out and
shut.
hung out with us when it was done. I remember that. You were there for that. Yeah. You were there for everything. He comes for the couples things too. He just shows up.
I don't know that they're couples things.
He just shows up.
It's funny because that is true, but Jamie doesn't show up to anything.
Okay, but that's for a different reason.
I think it's because he doesn't care.
That's part of the reason.
I think that's a big part of it.
That's a big part of it. But I love that guy.
I
I have a 10-person truck. Like what?
That-
What? I can fit 10 bodies in the back of my truck.
Yeah, I remember the first time you met him.
I thought he was gonna kill me.
You thought that for weeks.
Cause he just seemed like he was the quiet, I'm gonna stab you guy.
Yeah, and it didn't help that I asked him. I said, "So, hey, Jamie, remind me how you described your trunk." Oh, it's about a 10-person trunk. He's like, and Albatross was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, you could fit 10 in there.
I'm not scared of people, but he gave off a really creepy vibe, and it didn't help that he also makes knives.
He does make his own knives. You know what? He has his own forge in his garage.
Yes, that didn't help. Which we're like really cool now. Like after I found out he was just giving me a bunch of crap, you were giving me a bunch of crap. Took me a couple weeks. We only got together once a week though.
Yeah,
and
that's understandable.
like after like 3 times, the joke wore off, and I was like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool. He's not some murderer guy.
Nah.
Hey, I still think he's a vampire because he doesn't eat.
That is so true. We went over a year of band practice every single week.
And going to dinner after every session.
Yeah, and he never ate a thing.
No, not even like when we got the appetizers. Hey, you want a chip? No, I'm fine.
Yeah. Freaky. I forgot that.
Yeah.
I have too much on my mind. And before I have ultimately, like literally too much, I think we need to move on to what the
Okay,
F.
we're gonna go into what the F. Today's episode is brought to you by Virtual Performance. Via the internet, they provide personal fitness training, meal planning, and coaching.
Which is important for staying healthy. Virtual Performance will not only help develop your physical strength and endurance, but also your mental fortitude. This will improve your life and your gaming skills.
Even the professional gamers have training regimens. That means the rest of us need one too if we're going to get as good as they are. So, find Virtual Performance online at trainingvp.com, on social media at TheTrainingVP on both Twitter and Instagram, or send them an email, info@trainingvp.com.
Woo! Okay, so last week, I'm sorry that I posted it late. It was Labor Day weekend, and I wasn't doing labor.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't like or retweet it until like last night or this morning.
You didn't have the ability to.
Well, right. But now that it's...
So anyway, I actually put one of the votes as myself because I did make a mistake. So we had 4 in all. We had Not a Good Route, Fart Pants, Smokies, and Alvatross laid as moose.
I think that name is so funny.
I just love that one. Okay, so Smokies won.
Really?
Yes.
Very good.
I mean, come on, dude. Your smoke alarm goes off at 3 a.m. just to chirp. You have to wait a minute for each chirp so you can figure out which one it is.
Yeah.
Like I said, I listened back on that episode today, and boy, did I laugh. During that, too.
I mean, I'm laughing now.
Yes.
But I do have an extra battery now.
So then, as the winner,
Smokies, that was me. So, somebody submitted.
Oh, really?
So, do we want to start with that or do we not want to start with that?
The last time we had an external submission, we ended with it. Should we keep that pattern?
Let's go keep that pattern.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm going to go first.
Okay.
Just because I'm going to be honest, I really think mine's kind of lame.
All right.
Okay. So with all that's going on with the fires in the country, I was like, you know what? It's kind of sketchy to have a fire up in the canyon. No big deal. You can see online they post all the restrictions. I checked September 8th, the date, September 6th. No,
7th.
7th.
It was the 7th.
So I checked the night of September 6th to make sure that, you know, hey, what restrictions are going on up here? I checked American Fork Canyon, and it said for Utah County that the restrictions are up as of September 6th at midnight. So, like, Labor Day, we would be fine. The only restrictions are you can't have fireworks, you can't have steel ammunition, you can't have tracer rounds, and no explosive targets.
Okay.
That was what it said. It said that there's still a ban on that, but there's no other restrictions. I got up to the site, our picnic site, and there's a giant sign that says you can only have a fire in the grill.
Unlucky.
I could not have one in the fire pit.
Oh no.
So I was bummed out, but we still made it work because those steaks were damn good. Because I didn't have anything to clean the grill with because I wasn't going to use the grill.
Right, because you were going to use the fire.
I was going to use the fire, yeah. But I just put my cast iron griddle crate pan right on the grill, and it was fine. But that was mine. I was like, come on, like you just reduced the restrictions, but you left the sign up, like, or you guys aren't communicating. Come on. So I was annoyed. We got up there. I had actually found 4 really big pieces of wood on the side of the road that I confused you with that picture with.
You just sent a picture of 4 logs in the back of your car, and I was like, what the heck is this?
Bling got it, but yeah, so my what the F was is, come on, communicate. But either that or they just forgot. But so what do we want to call that? Because we can't call it mixed signals. We've already had that.
That is correct. I want to say something about, like, last week it was Smokies. This week could be fires or flames or something like that, because I think I like
Flamed
the theme.
out.
Deflamed.
Deflamed.
Deflamed. We'll go with that.
I like it.
Defalmed. Deflamed. Okay. And since I went first, I'm gonna go any, mini, mighty, bling.
Okay, so mine is on the same trip.
Uh-oh.
So for those of you listeners that don't know, the garbage that is at the outhouse is for toiletries only. You don't leave your kitchen garbage inside the outhouse.
No way.
I went to use the bathroom and there was garbage everywhere. Not just inside the little bin that they have.
But inside the hole too? Inside the porta potty?
No, just all over the floor.
Why?
There was practically nowhere to freaking stand to go pee in the hole.
So here's the funny part about that is because they didn't have the trash can there, which normally they got a trash can right outside of it. Everybody's just kind of putting nice and neat all their trash right outside the door. But then that's sad that you get in there and it's all blown up.
Well, you're supposed to carry it out.
Yeah. But normally they got a bigger trash can right there. But that's sad.
That's very sad.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
incredible. Like, people are
Boy Scout
the
rules.
worst.
Leave it cleaner than when you found it.
I agree.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
So what do you want to call that?
Put out.
That's a double entendre if I've
Put
ever
out.
heard one.
Okay. Juhadre.
Okay. No, I've been sitting on this for literally a week because
When did it happen?
it happened after we recorded, on my way home from
Okay.
recording last week.
Okay.
Oh, no, so it isn't literally a week. It's 6 days because last week we had to record on Thursday because of my trip.
Okay.
So, Thursday night, I left this apartment, got in my truck, and I was going to take my normal route home. 30 seconds west to get to 7800 south. And immediately to the right, out of your neighborhood, is a set of train tracks.
Yeah.
And those train tracks are about, 9 feet in front of a light.
They're a little bit more than one car length.
Okay, so basically, if the train is coming, it stops you from getting to the light.
Yeah, if one person's at the light, you're supposed to space yourself out. Nobody's supposed to stop on.
Correct.
Yes.
So if the train is actually coming across, no one is on the other side of it because we all have to stop before the tracks.
Yes.
I had to stop at the train, but the light was green.
Normally it turns red.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was like, what the heck is this?
Normally it always turns
Yeah,
red.
it should sync up. It does it everywhere else.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's always I always see that light turn red and then the lights turn on.
Yes. But it wasn't even just green. It had the green turn left arrow too.
Oh my gosh!
It was completely green. The train is actually crossing right in front of that intersection, and when the train finished, the light was stinking red.
What the
Yeah,
crap?
I lost it and laughed so hard. I was like, what the F just happened? Like, that's not how
That's a malfunction because it's supposed to go, no, train's coming by red.
Yeah, but it was green the whole time the train was there.
That is, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I go there, I go past that all the time.
That's what I'm saying. And like I said, there are intersections that align with the train tracks all over this county. There are. I have never seen that.
I haven't either.
It's like there's one in. Go ahead.
Did you know that on the train tracks? Okay, you got to stop for the train tracks. When they're going up, people start going once it's up a certain amount. Actually, you can get a ticket if you don't wait for them to go all the way up and the lights turn off.
Really?
That is correct.
You can get a ticket. My dad worked for UTA, and so they have to tell you that when you're getting ready to like drive the tracks or the front runner, saying just so you know you can't, or on a bus too. When you drive the bus, they said, look, you have to wait for them to be all the way up, and the lights are not flashing. Otherwise, you can get a ticket.
See, I thought it was the other one. You've seen the pedestrian crossing where it'll start blinking, and when it's solid, you have to stop and you can't go. But once it starts blinking, you stop and you look and you can go. That's what I thought the principle was.
No.
Nope.
Interesting. Well, I need to change how I drive now.
That I piss a lot of people off because I wait and I'm like, screw you, I'm not getting a ticket.
Now, see, I appreciate that.
Because that's not a normal $120 ticket.
Ugh.
I think it's double. Because
Yikes.
if you violate something that involves something like a train,
Like public transit, I think.
not
Right?
exactly public transit. I think it's a high profile transportation because, for example, if you cut off a semi, it's like it starts at 750 in Utah.
Oh gosh.
Did you not know that?
No, because I don't plan on cutting off any trucks.
Even if you're caught tailgating them, you can get a $750 ticket.
Well,
Minimum. They can start you with that.
So
again,
that's
what I've heard on that because I always see that sign that says disruptive truck drivers driving. this is how much a ticket costs.
Wow.
It was like 5 years ago, and I saw it said $750. It was
I'm glad I never did that. I'm glad you told me about the train rule.
You're supposed to wait until they're fully. I want to say erect because that's it going up.
Right.
But until they're fully
upright.
Fully upright, and the lights are not flashing.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I have a title for this.
Okay.
Green means stop.
Ha!
That blew my mind.
That's awesome.
What the F? All right.
Okay,
external submission.
This other one comes from somebody named Artanis.
Okay.
That's my wife.
Yes.
They have these deals at her work, so she sells clothing, and at her place of employment, she's the assistant general manager, and she's got shift manager.
Mm-hmm.
Shift manager's at the register, and this lady comes up, and in order to get a free bag, you have to spend a certain amount. There were two ladies there, like friends, and one lady was making all the purchases, and she made different transactions, and they were like, "Hey, so I get a bag, right? Yeah, you get a bag. It's and the rule is, and it states it, one per person." They said, "Okay, well, I made a few transactions. Can I get a second one?" "No, it's one per person." But my friend's here. "Okay, but is she gonna buy anything?" No, I'm spending all the money." "Okay, well then you get the bag. She didn't spend any money." So the customer got mad at her because it's like, well, but there's two of us. But you're the only one spending money. You're the paying customer. No, you don't get a second bag. So then they asked her, I want to speak to a manager. That was the manager. So then my wife, who's the assistant general manager, is walking by and they see her. And is this really a thing? "Oh, what's going on?" "Well, I made all these purchases, but how come I can't get a second bag?" "Okay, well, so you spent enough and you got a bag, right?" "Yeah." "Okay, how much money did you spend?" "Oh, I'm not spending any money." "Well, then you don't get a bag. You didn't spend any money to qualify for a bag." They got mad. They left and came back apparently 2 hours later and tried to do it again. And they're like, "No, you already got a bag today." "Yes, but I spent this much money. How come she can't get a bag?" Is she going to spend the money? And that's what the deal is. The person that's spending the money is a customer that qualifies for the bag. They were mad because I'm like, you can read the rules.
I think on top of that, there is a very simple solution.
Spend the damn money.
Yeah.
Just, here's my card.
Yeah. That's all it takes. All it takes is, okay, thank you. You walk out, 10 minutes later, come in and say, "Hi, I'd like to buy these things." Ching, and you're done.
Hey, but I got it back. She got one for her transactions. I didn't get one for mine. That's one per customer. You were two different customers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boom. But they even say that, well, if she wants to spend X amount, she can get one. Well, no, she's buying this. Well, then she gets the bag.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, Karen, stop.
So what's the title on that one?
Karen spent some money.
Karen, spend some money. Actually, no, it was my wife says it was the lady that was spending the money that was being the most mouthy.
Of course. I want to say bag it.
Got it. Because seriously, all they were doing is spend enough money and you get a free bag from her that's of her store brand.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
It's
and I'm like,
not that big a deal.
No, I've seen the bag.
And?
It's in my closet. I don't ever use it.
I would hope not. As a woman's clothing store, you should never use it.
No, they sell men's clothes. No, they used to sell men's clothes.
Ah.
They used to. But yeah, anyway, that was her submission.
I
So
like
she was
it.
like, I want to submit. So I was like,
I like it. I really enjoy those other submissions. That way we can hear
she
from...
had one more if you want me to.
What do you think, Bleen?
I'll tell the story,
Tell
but
the
we
story,
won't put it in.
Okay,
We won't put it in.
Okay.
Okay, because this one was a little. Oh, I'll let you guys vote on which one goes up. How's that? She had another customer that came in. Now, the store that my wife works at, you both know, but they have the most amazing return policy. You can return stuff for up to a year from the time of purchase, apparently.
Huh.
This lady came in with clothing. She had clipped the tags off of them. Like, the tags.
Oh, no.
Wanted a refund. My wife recognized some of the clothing. So she was like, I can give you a full refund for that. She didn't have a receipt either. So after she was like, look, I can't return these ones because I can't find them in our system. She goes, well, I bought them. Okay, well, do you have an account with us? I can totally look up everything on your account. No, I don't. First off, that's 3 strikes right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't look familiar. You don't have an account with us and you didn't bring in a receipt. Okay. So she gave her money back. Here's where the story gets Karen-y. The lady wanted cash back. She says, okay, do you have a receipt? No, I don't, but I paid debit. Okay, do you have a receipt to prove that?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, well then I'm going to give you store credit.
Yep.
No, I want my cash back. Ma'am, you need a receipt to get cash back so I can see what the specific charge was in case it was on sale and making sure you paid with either cash or debit. That's the rule. She didn't really throw a big fit about it. She just got mad and just left with the store credit and with the clothing that couldn't be recognized. But I'm like, that's the rule with any store.
Literally.
If you don't have a receipt, you're going to get store credit if they, depending on what the item is. If it's not like a time thing or like, no, you want to return this TV, you absolutely have to have the receipt.
For sure.
But you didn't have an account. You didn't have a receipt. You cut off the tags.
Which, okay, why? How about you try it on first, realize you don't like it and you want to return it before you start snipping tags?
Or I don't know. I don't know the specifics on that. Or if she was just like, okay, I've been wearing it for a while now. It's annoying. I'm cutting it off.
Yeah, but then why would you want to return it? If you've been wearing it for a while, you like it.
Because a year later, you can return it. Just get something new that's like the same style.
Okay.
But which is an amazing thing because it saves me a lot of money. Because my wife will get sick. I'm sick and tired of this shirt. I'm like, is it damaged? No. Okay, yeah, go return it. And she'll just exchange it for something else.
That's actually
within their return policy. And I'm
okay,
like,
but then that.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah, if you think you're gonna return stuff like that, or that's your type of style, you should be keeping something that helps identify it.
Yeah, at least your receipt, or just leave the dang tag on there.
Here's the other thing: don't most girls' clothing now come with the tag right here
on the side,
and
yeah.
you wear something underneath, so you're never gonna feel that?
Dude, I don't know.
I don't know. Any woman I've ever dated, they always wear that spaghetti strap undershirt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that tag's not even gonna be touching you. But so I'll let you vote. Which one do you want? Bag it or tag it?
Interesting. All right, Bleen. Honestly, I think the tag it is more unreasonable.
Yeah, tag it.
Okay.
I think it's more unreasonable.
So tag it is going to be the fourth one. That is the lady that came in, no receipt, no account, and she had already snipped the tags off of her clothing so they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And wanted cash with no receipt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that one is the more unreasonable of the two.
So we have 4 nominations. Those nominations are deflamed, put out, green means stop, and tag it. So go ahead and listen to the podcast. Vote. Please vote before Wednesday. If you don't, that's fine. We understand. Still have fun with it. Retweet it. Post your comment if you don't want to use Twitter. I understand social media sucks for some people. Some people just don't like it. Post a comment. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Email us. If you know us. Just say it to my face, D-Mac. But yes, catch us on social media. We're there for you. Vote. That is it for What the F.
Today's What the F moment was brought to you by Soesic Clothing. Soesic Clothing provides shirts, hoodies, hats, accessories, and even game codes. Cheaper than you can find them elsewhere at times. You can even customize the clothing with your gamer tag if you so desire. And the best part is, you can use code JuPodRe to get 15% off. That's right, 15% off. Use code JuPodRe, JuPodRe, at soesicclothing.co.
Very good.
Did I take that out of your mouth?
Not quite out of my mouth.
I was trying to.
I was going to go into the kind of outro there, but I think that you, as our social media guy, according to credits,
I hate being the social media guy. But
I know.
Next, we have... Do you guys have any announcements?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
Number 1, I had to listen to 2 weeks worth of episodes because while I was on vacation, I didn't listen to any podcasts, and I forgot to do it before we recorded last week. The car episode, when we talked about all those stories about the cars,
yeah,
it just now dawned on me over 7 years later how lucky I was that even though I had to get a push over that ramp, how lucky I am that the car died there instead of in the canyon. It just now dawned on me that was quite a blessing.
You know, I've never actually had a car. I've only had one car die on me.
Oh.
Yeah, it was my Hyundai when I called you because
that's right.
I got called into work for
yes, I remember that.
a P0 event. And
I
I'm like,
remember that.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
So that was one. I wanted to, positivity spin in such dark times, like you said, with the fires, with COVID still running rampant.
The sun going down.
The sun going down. The next one in League of Legends, I said we were in the finals. That was incorrect. I read the bracket wrong. And so we are now in semifinals, not in the finals. That's
okay.
That's all that is. That it will be a best of 5 this Saturday.
Okay.
I forgot the date on that.
Saturday is the 12th.
Saturday the 12th at 7:30 p.m.
I know that because I have a
time.
1-year-old's birthday party that I'm being requested to attend to.
Well, you could say you're busy helping a friend and watch my stream.
I haven't answered this person back.
Okay. So anyway, 7:30 Eastern time, best of 5. This is actually really cool because the way the seeding went, your third place went against the second place of another group. And whoever won that went against a first place.
Oh, so you had, based on the tiers, you had to go against the person that was above you.
Correct. Every time. So
question, who did the first person have to go to? First place.
In their first game, they just got a free bye into the quarterfinals.
Okay, that's kind of nice.
Which is why I was so mad that we only got 3rd seed, because we had a chance to fight for first, and we would have been able to skip a whole week of games. It would have been great.
That's basically a free win.
Yeah.
Dang.
So we beat the 2nd seed from the other division.
Yeah.
We beat the 1st seed from ours.
Uh-huh.
We are now going against the 3rd place team from the division that beat the 2nd place team of our division, the 1st place of their own division, and we have 2 3rd place teams who are on their way to the finals of this tournament.
So, do you think you're going to make it?
I have not put in the adequate research on this one. I have been working with my other team a little bit more and been distracted, but I know for a fact my coach is very competent. He has the research done. My players are also competent and confident, and I want to say yes. If the pattern holds, it will be all 5 games because we've played all 5 games the last 2 weeks. I hope it isn't, but
so you guys are undefeated right now, this team.
Technically. We lost in the regular season, and
Okay, but in the semifinals, you guys are undefeated.
Series-wise, yes. We have lost 4 games, but we have won 6 because you need to win 3 out of 5.
Okay.
So we win the first 2, lose 2, win the 5th.
Okay.
And then last week we won, lost, won. I think. I can't remember.
It sounds like the instructions to Crash's house.
Yeah. second right, second left, second right, second left.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I've been friends with him forever,
Mm-hmm.
and Blaine just told me that Monday.
Yeah.
And this is how you get it. I was like, are you kidding me?
No, it's a second right, second left, second right, second left.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's League of Legends. Follow at Rated R LLC or at JuPodRe to get that announcement with the Twitch link. And boy, is it going to be exciting. Semifinals.
I'm excited.
As 2 3rd place teams. Just think about that.
I really want them to go to the finals because we're going to have to make like a big like thing of it.
I would love that too.
Yeah.
I think that is it in terms of announcements for me. Yeah.
I do not have any announcements. I don't have any announcements.
Blee?
I don't have any either.
Well then, I think that is it for today.
Bye-bye, my podlings. Thanks to everybody who joined us today on JuPodRe. We hope you had a great time, and we hope you join us next week. Don't forget to follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at JuPodRe, at Juhadre, at Alvatross17, at Bleen with 3 N's, and at Rated R LLC. We also have Instagram. Just look up any of our ats or at JuPodRe. Or hit us up on our Slink link. It's myslink.app/JuPodRe. Don't forget to vote for What the F. We hope to see you next week, my podlings.